So I can't believe already season 1 of The Great Escape's been done. 6 trips last year, some absolutely beautiful venues and a lot of fish caught. I couldn't really pick any one memory that's my best, so I'm going to talk to you about some of the ones I really enjoyed. First was probably Holland. It's a real struggle that week for me. I drew bad in the swim and I could only watch the other guys catch fish. Luckily I got a swim move later on in the week and I really did leave it to the last minute. Each morning we would take turns to take the bacon or sausage sandwiches round. I hadn't had a bite in 4 days and my rod went. Dan picked up the rod, got in the boat and met me in the middle of the lake because you had to come away from the snags and I had to do some sort of commando roll into his boat and take over the playing of the fish. I've had a call. Max, young cameraman, is over there with Jay and Jay's getting on the hungry side and Jay hungry is not good. It's what we call hangry. So Max is in danger of getting eaten. So Paul, the boss, he's knocked him up a couple of sausage and black pudding sandwiches, proper northern meal that. We're going to take it over there and deliver it. That's what we're like at RidgeMonkey. We look after each other.
Got a line here. Come around here. Yeah, come here. Come in the middle.
There or there?
Come in the middle.
Oh, my rod's gone.
Oh, for f***'s sake.
It hasn't.
My bloody rod's gone.
It hasn't, has it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but so far.
I don't believe it. Sorry, lads.
How typical is that?
That's unbelievable.
He's going to meet me in the boat. End of that week came and we was literally packed away, and the only reason I still have rods in the water is one of the lads wanted to do some drone footage of the new bivvies, and while we was doing it my last bite of the week came and that ended up being the biggest fish of the week, so we saved the best to last. We had a really beautiful dark black 49 pounder and it made an excellent end to the week before we moved on to Abbey Lakes.
Come on! That's a beast. A beast!
That's a kipper. That's a kipper. That's a kipper. Yes. That's how we do finishes at RidgeMonkey.
By my face, hey, don't got time to waste, yeah. I don't need permission, I'ma do it all today, yeah.
Last morning, I was asleep in the boat, literally meant to be packing up at 11 o'clock. 10 past 11, I hear a big massive shout, turn round, have a look out in the lake, and Dave's nailed one right at the very end. Absolutely buzzing. Get round there now. Well done, Davey boy. $49.8.
Yes.
Get in. Well done, mate.
Well done, mate.
Brilliant.
Cheers, thank you. Cheers, guys. Team effort, guys.
Fucker, mate.
Come on, boys.
Well, what an end to the week. Literally putting the bivvy down, ready to go home, and the remaining rod's gone. £49, 8 ounces, biggest fish of the week, and boy, I've had to work for this one. I'm so chuffed. Throughout last year, we really did visit some absolutely beautiful waters. A few really stuck in my mind that I'd love to go back to. One of them was the Darky. There was some massive carp in there where Dan caught his PB. But the one I really love, and I've got a little bit of a soft spot for, is Heron Lake at Abbey Lakes. And when we was there, I really did have a brilliant week, topped by a common that was £65. Absolutely mint condition fish that I'm told only gets caught once a year. So I really was pleased when that beast rolled over my net. Whoa, I was myself, I tell you. That is a big fish. Definitely over the 50 mark. Well, would you believe we're only one night in? We've already had 3 60s on the bank, unbelievable. And this is why I came to Heron. Absolutely stunning fish. This one known as Rene, £64 and 6 ounces. Absolutely blown away by this. Yeah, so one of my most memorable moments was when I heard that Jay had caught a new 60-pounder for Kingfisher Lake on Father's Day. Jay named it after his dad, Roger. Absolutely beautiful, dark black mirror.
Absolutely blown away. Dave the bailiff has come round. This is a brand new 60 for Kingfisher, which means I can name this fish. It's Father's Day. The dad's name's Roger. So Dad, this one's for you and anyone else who catches this fish. She's called Roger.
Yeah, it was a really nice touch, and it's not often you see the big guy get sensitive, so it was nice to see. Don't really worry about the challenges, if I'm honest. Dan cracks me up. 2 days before we're even doing a challenge, he's moaning, saying no one wants to see a challenge.
They need to be filled up or I'm having the outside line. That is not happening again. I ain't getting rolled on another challenge.
You know, he really is a crybaby about it, and the funny thing is, like they say, the anticipation of death is worse than death itself. So when you do them, they're never actually that bad. They're just normally disgusting. So I've never feared one. Of course, you have to take a lot of bait just in case you ain't got enough. But I base my weeks on 30 kilo. I take 30 kilo of boilie and I make half of that shelf life so I can bring it back. I always think you wouldn't go to England, to your local lake, and put 10 kilo bait out. Now, I know the fish are bigger and there's more of them, but you've got to remember that places like, take for instance, Abbey Lakes, it sees anglers through 90% of the year, day in, day out, they see everything. So when I fished that lake, my particular approach was to fish 1 scoop of bait in the boat. Any more than that, I was noticing the fish weren't even looking at it. So they were very used to feeding on very small piles of bait. And I was lucky enough to visit Fox Lake a few weeks later with my daughter, and there was guys fishing there, and one of them remarked to me that he'd put 30 kilo of bait in 4 days ago and still hadn't had a bite off it. We fished literally 1 scoop of bait on Fox as well, and ended up with 7 or 8 fish up to £49. Don't always go abroad and think you've got to fill the place in and put the water level up. Go in nice and gently and build the swim. At least if you go in gently, you can, you know, build on from there. If you put it all in, you can't take it back out. So start light and build your swim.